Okay. People date who they know. But yet, what is always being promoted in our culture? It's always hookup culture, right? People date who they know. First of all, thanks to Alex, Held by the Dashboard Light, for that statement, because that is the truth of what really goes on. And a lot of people, and I say both men and women alike, really are down on dating apps. And I think that's pretty much why. Because you are dealing with strangers. You are talking to strangers. And as I have said so many times on a lot of my videos, America is a very anti-stranger kind of place. Only people that people trust nowadays are people they've known since childhood. So why is there all this dissection on and ruminating about how hookup culture should work when clearly it's not made to? I mean, heck, even inappropriate relationships, i.e., such as between a teacher and an underage student, involve some level of propinquity, being in that familiar setting. Hey, doggy. I don't see any of this indication. I mean, in the past, before dating apps, it was bars. So-and-so people would say, I don't like to go to bars. I don't like to meet strange men at bars, or blah, blah, blah. Well, because you're not really supposed to meet people at bars. I hadn't been to a bar in a long time, but last time I ever went in a bar, I think I was doing DoorDash, and apparently this was a dive bar, and I must have served some good food, because that's what whoever this was had been ordering. And when you go into a bar, most of the time you see people in groups. They're seated, I would say with the exception of the counter. But most of the time, people who are having a good time at a bar are in groups. They're there with their friends. They're there with coworkers. If anybody in that group is there to, let's say it's a group of women there, she's with her coworker friends. If they're there to pick up men, they are not going there alone to do so. They are with a group. Everything is in-group focused. And that's just the facts, Jack. Oh, while I'm out here, let me look at some of this really nice vegetation that started growing since spring began. There were honeysuckles here. I love honeysuckles. I don't care if they're invasive. I like the scent of them. But I'll see some on the way out. But in dating apps, I mean, that's been a long time since I ever dealt with him. But they kind of are a money grab. So I mean, that's true. I would not, and except for there's some that are free. I don't think you meet quality people on free dating apps, because first of all, married people looking to cheat, if they have to pay a dating site, ooh, look at that, sorry, got interrupted, bunch of honeysuckles, oh, they smell really nice, don't they? Anyway, if there's somebody looking to cheat, most likely they're probably not going to be using a paid a dating site that charges a fee, because they don't want their spouse to see it on the credit card statement, I would imagine. So that's just my thoughts. But anyway, most of the time, dating is always, it works out anyway, with people you know and people you've known a long time. How many times have you been wondered, why does she go back to her ex? And you ever heard that saying, I'd rather deal with the devil I know than the devil I don't know. People in the Western world today, they do not like despite what you hear, people do not crave much social novelty. They only like what and warm up to what is familiar and reassuring and that they've known for a long time. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So that's pretty much the deal, and I will close this off. Talk to you later.